Hello. We no, that's here we start. That's well, that's not quite a the best intro, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I am excited finally to be doing this. And yeah, we're playing some Stardew Valley, and let me just flip over there right now. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. And I have tried a few times to stream again. I haven't streamed in a long time. It's been a few years for me. But my internet was awful. It's always been awful. However, last week I got fiber optics, which means that instead of dropping 60% frames, I'm dropping 0 frames. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't explain how excited I am for that, but that is not why you're here, obviously. We're going to be playing some modded Stardew Valley, and we're starting from scratch today. A completely new game. Let's go ahead and jump right in, and as everything's loading, it will take a few minutes to load, so I'll explain some things there. We are going to be Spark, that's going to be me, Spark. And oh, I should have paid. I had one that I loaded up previously. What was the guy named the farm? We're gonna name the farm. Let's think about it for a moment. Let us see. Yeah. Let us see. What do we want to name the farm? Is the, you know what, I'll just call it the live stream, because it actually worked, right? I'm really excited. So, and my favorite thing is gonna be smoothies because of the smoothness of the stream. Obviously, this is gonna be just kind of like a prologue, getting things set up, start streaming, you know, actually tomorrow. I believe that's the plan. I just want to, you know, double check this, you know, VOD to make sure everything looks good. I don't need to, like, you know, up the bitrate, which I can do. I don't think I've ever streamed at this bitrate, but like I could probably up it and make it better. Although this is a pixel game, so it probably doesn't matter. But I don't know. Yeah. All right. So we want. I'm feeling the gray. You know, I've never gone with a dog. I don't want to start now. Alright, we're gonna pick this cat. Alright, let's see. Skin. I want to be like I don't want to be a ghost, you know what I'm saying? There we go. You know what? Maybe that is ghost. Pink. No, I don't want to be pink. Okay, and then all of the hair. I don't like many of the hair. I believe the I've looked at a few of my previous characters and they're all like, there's one particular hair. Oh, I think I missed it. No, it's not this one. Oh, it is this one. Yeah. And this one's just the best one. Alright, hair color. So Spark has blue hair. Who is not me. Oops. But an OC of mine. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, looks fine. Alright, and then for a shirt, he likes to wear a brown leather. Which there is one. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. And then pants, I think I'll just make it a little bit darker. Which I don't think really matter. We can make him look pretty funky later. Let's see here. Dude, do we want to go for the beard? Do we want to go for the beard? I want to say definitely not the mustache. Goatee. Oh man. Earrings. Why is this so loud? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just Look at those eyebrows. I'd just be like, what are you talking about? I don't know what this is. Like goggles or something? Like one of those like single glass visors. Sunglass. You'd be a duck? Alright, no, we're not gonna be a duck. Alright, here we go. Alright, you know what, we're gonna change this. Live stream font just sounds fun. See, I told you to take them off. We're gonna call it the streamy font. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. And we're gonna use Grandpa's Farm, which is a mod. It's the first mod you guys see here. Grandpa's Farm. It's a very nice farm. I do enjoy this one from the SVE age. Anyways, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and remix the bundles. Do we want year one complete? Well, I think no. I think we'll roll the dice and should we get the red cabbage, you know, we'll look for it. Otherwise, oh well. I'm not really in a rush in this game, so it doesn't really matter. Mine rewards, we're gonna remix those too, might as well. No monsters on the farm, that's just annoying. Profit margins, normal? Yes. No multiplayer, I don't know how to type in this, so I can't randomize this. So, yeah, let us go ahead and jump right in. I believe it should take a minute to load, right? Oh no, it goes straight in, okay. It took so long editing, or changing my character. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have this sealed envelope. Oh, thanks, Grandpa. Thanks. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Also, there's no sound during this section, so I do have the random background music, which I'll be turning off a little bit. There'll come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life, and your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. Why does his voice sound so like sullen, you know, like I guess he's about to croak, so. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift. Okay, thanks, Grandpa. Now let Grandpa rest. XX years later. 99? I don't know. How many? Joja, join us. Thrive. No thanks. I mean, I guess I already did join them, but I'm unjoining them. We got Woody over here, all drugged up. And me, just so sick of it. Spark just can't take it anymore. He's like, I'm peacing out. I love how they just have a skeleton right over here. Oh boy. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, I don't click the drawer. Alright, letter. Dear Spock, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I lost sight of what mattered most in my life, real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Streamy Farm. That's a silly name. Why did I name it that? It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. Yes, if Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will ya? This sentence is weird to me, right? Did Grandpa just die early, right? If Lewis was old when he knew him, like it could have been that long ago, right? Or this time skip isn't very long. I don't really know. I do not really know. But, while we are waiting for the game to load, and it will take a minute or two, which is fine, let's talk about the mods. So I have a lot of mods installed. Basically, obviously I have the mod list pinned in the comments. Also, it's in the description. You can click it from there as well. But there's a list. I think there's about 150 mods. I think that's what we're working with at the moment. And I've curated this list. It's taken me like a year or so to kind of go through this, and new stuff has popped up and whatnot, and all these different things. But I've kind of focused around 3. I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, in terms of people, right? Obviously, there's lots of people, there's lots of expansions, things to do. I've added 3 main expansion mods, which adds new content to the valley. So we have SVE, Stardew Valley Expanded, which adds upon Stardew Valley itself, which is super cool. Adds a few extra houses, some new characters, some changes and stuff. It's a really neat mod. And then I have Escarp, which it's kind of, I'd call it the 3rd edition. It's kind of like this little patch of village that just gets shoved off the right side, and obviously there's stuff to do. I haven't explored that area too much, so I will be excited to go see how that is. I think there's some characters I haven't even met yet or something, but yeah, so that will be pretty cool. And then basically like its own expansion, its own game almost, in Ridgeside Valley, which is just a massive, absolutely massive new town. It's its own town. It has like 50 characters, tons of events. I'm sorry about that. Lots of stuff going around. Lots of stuff going on. It's super cool. It's super cool. I haven't made it to the end of that either, so I am looking forward to and hoping that I should be able to get there this time. Oh, here we go. The bus is coming in, and that is not Pam. I just want to throw that out there. That is not Pam driving the bus. Which means this guy drops us off and just probably laughs at the broken down bus instantly. It's like, and this guy ain't getting out of there anytime soon. Well, that's where you're wrong. We actually have the Walk to the Desert mod installed, which I think is super cool. I did remove the garden villages, but someone did update those to a new version, and actually I might use it eventually. I don't know. Hello, you must be Spark. That's me, you got it. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here if you'll follow me. Okay, thanks, Robin. Is this music, or is that the soundtrack music? I don't know. I think this screen, like you see where the trees place and the weeds and the logs. I wanna say, now we might be able to test this theory. I wanna say this is the same every single time. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll explain in a minute what I plan to do for this stream. And it's not just go over this dialogue here. There's a little bit more of that. But anyways, this is Streamy Farm. Oh, thanks, Robin. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's still some good soil underneath that mess. That's for sure. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. If you insist. And here we are, your new home. Oof, it's not much of a home, that's for sure. Ah, the new farm. His accent is going to change 100% chance. I'm just throwing that out there. Welcome, I'm Lewis, Mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your old grandfather's cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. The first of many horrible voices. Let's go. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Rude. Don't listen to her, Spark. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so you buy one of her house upgrades. Oh, I will be buying quite a few of her house upgrades. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow, you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Yeah, speaking of that, right, we start on spring 1, right? So this would be August, I mean not August, right? This would be winter 28, right? There's no snow in sight. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I think his accent already changed. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. Okay, thanks Mayor Lewis. Alright, so now we got the next loading screen. Yeah, okay. And I'll turn off the soundtrack, but what was I talking about? I was talking about saving, very nice. Ridgeside Valley, which is a great mod. There's a bunch of other mods as well. I have mods to add new crop. Do I actually? I might not have mods to add new crops. I just really wasn't a fan of PPJA, which is just the main crop mod. There's a few other big name ones. I wasn't a big fan of them either. So I don't have any of those installed. I have a bunch of animal mods. I have the custom, I have animal husbandry, I have the Haddies and Zostas, I think that's what their name is, the custom meats. So I have one animal for every meat, which is super cool actually. It was great because I built this mod pack and I had to give up on two meats because there wasn't any creatures for them. But then, like 2 weeks after I gave up, I stopped and I said, alright, I'll worry about this some other time. We'll just play it with this. I found, or they uploaded new creatures and I said, oh yes, new creatures, let's go. Now I do have a full complement of meats. So that's super cool. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, we have some new skills. We have a cooking skill. The Love of Cooking is installed. It's a very cool mod. It's cooking is in a weird state in this game in my opinion, because like obviously you're a farmer, right? You're not a restaurant, you're not Gus. Like you're selling stuff in bulk. 2 places to cook. So like any cooking done is for me, so like I don't do a lot of cooking. At least not until like year 2 and beyond. And of course naturally I want to try and complete everything, which I guess we'll jump to that right now. Actually no, we'll hold off on that. But yeah, so we have Love of Cooking. We have the Luck mod, which the Luck mod is silly. Like having 10 luck is insane. It's absolutely insane. And then I think my favorite mod just overall is the Magic mod, which adds magic to the game, and once you play with magic, you just can't play without magic anymore. As you can see, we are on our 3rd stage of loading. You can see myself lying in bed, so that is a good sign. Anyways, we also have the Walk of Life mod, which changes all the perks around, adds prestige to the vanilla perks, not the mod ones. Although they might have changed that since I made this mod list, but I haven't updated anything. I said, I'm just gonna play it the way it is, and then when some big stuff come out, then I can update it then. But we're not gonna worry about that yet. Okay, the other thing is I can't click off the screen, otherwise the game will freeze and won't finish loading. Yeah, so that's why I'm not turning off the background music yet, which I don't know if it clashes or not. I don't think it does. There's no music yet. I guess that makes sense, the game isn't loaded. But let's see what other mods we have that are of note. We have some new machines, which honestly I can go either way on the machines. Actually, I edited them so that that you unlock them through, you know, level up and buy them or whatnot, instead of just having a bunch of, you know, broken machines from the get-go. Like, no thanks. And then there's another, yeah, so there's a few mods like that. There's automation. Automate is a great mod, although after a while, if you have too much automated stuff, it does lag, or rather it slows down the game naturally. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Like, if you have 2,000 crab pots working, yeah, the game's gonna slow down a little bit, and well, that's just to be expected. So here we are. Let me turn off the background music. Hold on. Ah, look at that. Also, I just want to point out, I've dropped 0 frames so far. I'm so excited. I'm just so happy about that. Okay, anywho. Alright. This is what? Alright. Let's see. So, the first thing I want to show you. Take a look here. Our introduction. There are 76 people currently greetable. And I say currently greetable because there's probably at least 10 to 15 more people we haven't met yet that are not added to this number. So that's pretty cool. Hello. Alright, so let's take a look here. As you can see, we have the new skills here. We got originals, we got luck, magic, and cooking. I do want to note that, well, not good. Basically, one of the first goals is unlocking magic, because you don't start with it. It does require you to know the wizard and to get him up to, I want to say, I think it's 3 hearts. I'm pretty sure it's 3 hearts. Two or three hearts for the wizard gets you magic, and then you're off to the races. Oh look, I'm walking here. Alright, anywho, yep, as you can see, I'll just do a quick roll. We have the seasonal outfits for at least the vanilla characters. You know, SVE has vanilla outfits. Ridgeside, I do not think has the seasonal outfits, which is too bad, but you know, it is what it is. There might be an update. So I don't actually know what this is. I know this comes with it's a grape mod. I do have some crop mods, but I've never encountered her, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, so there's a lot of characters, and I haven't even gone through most of them. Or I've gone through a decent amount of them. I haven't seen all their stories. I haven't, you know, experienced all of them, and there's quite a few missing here for sure. Next thing, we have the map mod, which does tell you where the NPCs are. This is massive. This is a vital. You have to get this mod. It's so good. Definitely one of the best, or one of the must-haves if you are modding Stardew Valley. Because I know I'm right here. I know where everyone is for the most part. And there's even a whole Ridgeside Valley. As you can see, this is a whole separate expansion. It's wild. This part's a little confusing. Like, are they in their house? They are. We'll get used to that. But basically, this is. So it has its own section. East Scarp is over here. Like, as you can see, when I said it was like kind of shoved in the corner, well, yeah, here it is, kind of shoved in the corner. But yeah, so we can walk. We can actually walk to the desert. I believe we can. There's Grampleton Woods, like over to this area. Not woods. Grampleton Fields, I believe it's called. So there are the fields over there that we can go ahead and got 2. Although I don't think there's actually anything over there. And then we have crafting. Look at this. We have just the basics. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad I was able to figure out how to get rid of the extra stuff that they just randomly dump you with. I think it's very. I don't want to, you know, go full immersive, whatever, but it just doesn't feel right, you know, to start with 26 automated machines. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, like, why would I use a normal furnace if I can just make a, you know, an automated? Anywho, collections. Now this is what I want to do, and this was one of the other reasons I didn't like PPJ, because you can see here 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 pages of stuff already. And PPJ adds like 6 of its own pages. There's just that much stuff, and Yeah, and I want to collect everything. I want to actually go around and get to everything. And I've never, well, I've never accomplished that. I've never played long enough to actually accomplish that. So we're going to be trying to do that this time around. We're also going to be attempting to get every fish. I do have all the fish mods that add fish. They're all animated too, which is very cool. I think there's 4 pages. Yeah, about 3.5 pages of fish. So the goal is to pufferfish jig. What? I don't think that's a fish. Well, you know, we'll worry about that some other time. Anyways, the goal I do want to complete. It's kind of laggy as I'm going. Anywho, I do want to do all of that. Get all the artifacts easy. I don't know. I never found a mod that adds more artifacts, but if there was one, you know, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Get all the minerals, right? Naturally, I do want to do all the cooking as well, because the lava cooking mod is super cool. And that was another thing about PBJ. It adds like 6 bazillion recipes, and like, right? This is about farming. It's not about cooking. Although I guess I didn't necessarily need the I didn't necessarily need to do the recipe. I didn't need to install the recipe. Interesting. Well, you know what? Too late now. And the achievements. I want to go through the achievements as well. And I think let's see, hold on. Okay. I thought I might have had the investment mod still installed, which is super cool, but it doesn't work in multiplayer, so I did remove it. Alright, let's take a look here. So, hold on, keyboard check. Okay, so I don't think you can hear it for the most part, so that is good. Although you might be able to hear it like while I'm talking here. I don't know. This is something I got to run back in a little bit. All right, but so for what we're doing the rest of the stream. So on the farm, there is a chance to spawn an item. Now, this is loud in my ears. Hold on, I can turn it down just on my end. Oh, that's much better. Perfect. Okay. And it's called a nettle bush. And the thing is that nettles are important in order to collect everything. And now while I do believe they can just grow randomly when the season changes, like, I don't want to take that chance of just never having one. So we're just gonna walk around the farm, and take a look at the modded farm. It's very nice. In the hopes of us finding, oops, a nettle bush. And if there isn't a nettle bush, we're gonna restart. Simple as that. I believe, I did try this before. I did get it on my second attempt the last time. I was all planned to go for like an hour or two, like looking for this thing, and it just showed up immediately. Hopefully we can do the same here. I can't destroy it with my whatever even. Alright, let's go ahead and walk to our left here. As you see, there's like 2 already like pre-made like pen slots. I think it's pretty cool. And areas, if you will. And I guess the other thing is, once we do find a place for the nettle bush, then I will just be stopping there, and then we'll start on day 1, because it does save right before we go. So it looks like no nettles on the first try here. Excuse me, coming through. Although we still have a little bit of a chance left over here, which I'm not expecting much from. Okay. No nettle bush. It's basically, it looks kind of like this weed type, but it's like two blocks instead of just 1. But it is not the sweet type, that's just a weed. Weeds be gone. Alright, see here. This is our last hope, and this particular farm here, I see 0 nettles. Alright, well that's too bad. But that's okay. That is a... Okay, we're gonna keep streaming until we find nettles. So... I guess I can stop. I believe... It doesn't really matter. I should just be like the title. So the funny thing about mods is that when you don't fully reboot, it can shuffle the IDs of certain items. I don't have to call it the streamy farm anymore. You know, if I knew how to film that randomizer tag, I would call it the streamy farm still. I mean, I'm not gonna call it the Nettles Please farm. Maybe my favorite thing is Nettles. Yeah, we'll save that, alright? If say if this doesn't work for like 2 or 3 attempts, then let's see. I think it was 58. I don't really think that matters that much, but so alright, and we got shirt number 14, no, 16, 18, 19. He'll darken his pants just a tad. We're gonna skip the intro this time. Alright, Grandpa's farm, check. Remix, yep, remix, okay. We're gonna skip the intro, which does mean it'll just have to sit on black screen a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna find our nettles this time. It's definitely gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. And you might think the screen's frozen, and you're right, it is. But it is thinking, so it's okay. Is thinking. Anyway, I'm excited to play this. I haven't played Stardew. It's been a few months since I last played. I've been playing a bit with one of my siblings. We've been playing multiplayer together with mods, and it's always a blast to play, and it's even more fun to play with other people. But yeah. So, I'm trying to think if there are any other mods of note or mods that I actually want to bring up beforehand. You know. Let's see. I guess. All right. I guess in terms of how I'm gonna play the game, we can talk about that. So the last few times I played the game, it's kind of snowballed, right? I've kind of snowballed in a sense where I start out and I should turn the music back on. Oops. Oh well, we'll do it next time. I kind of snowballed where, you know, building up for the first year or so to kind of get a bunch of stuff and, you know, kind of get your foot in the door and feel able to, you know, accomplish things and whatnot. And then I start, you know, you start gifting everyone, but there's, you know, there's not 30 people, you know, like usual, or however many there is. I don't think there's too many. There's, you know, there's 90 people. And alright, we got to stage 2 of 3. Saving. Perfect. We could just stop right here and just YOLO nettles next time, but we're not gonna. So now it did save the world. So if we find them on this map, they're on this map. Anywho. So I kind of went too much into just like gifting people and just ended up me being just running around giving people gifts. Like 13 to 15 people a day. You get up to 20, and this is exhausting. Make sure I can automate most stuff so I don't have to do a lot of things, but I kind of want to be a bit more relaxed in this playthrough. The plan is to play until October. You know, stream about 2 hours a day, most days. Maybe not, maybe not on the weekends. I'm not sure about that yet. Maybe we'll stream other stuff on the weekend. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I'm just coming up with this on the fly here. Maybe I'll stream Stardew on the weekdays, about 2 hours every day. Around this time period, may start 11 Eastern, 10 Eastern, 12 Eastern. I haven't hammered that part down. And then if I do stream on the weekends, summer hasn't quite ended, so I do have some things to do. Maybe I will stream something else on the weekends, which is actually cool. I do have a whole Xenoblade game. I just bought Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I found it in the store today. I was so excited. And I watched Chugga Conroe's playthrough of Xeno 2. I watched half of his Xeno 1 playthrough, but I own Xeno 1, the definitive edition for Switch, and I wanted to play that kind of experience it myself. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I stream that on the weekends. You know, for like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours maybe a little bit longer streams, just because they're kind of longer games. They're not quite as put down and you know, play a day or two like in Stardew. You know, super easy to pick up and put down basically whenever, as long as you finish off the day, you know. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then in October, because it's Halloween month, you know, everyone likes their spooky stuff, I will be playing a similar game to Stardew. It's called Graveyard Keeper, which is honestly, it's one of my favorite games just in general. It's so fun. I don't know why. You're a graveyard keeper, and you deal with bodies. You bury them, you burn them, you throw them in the river. You know, you can do a lot of stuff. And it's super cool. Big fan. I played the game twice, and every October the devs release new DLC. And I never played the latest DLC. And the DLCs are fun, they're different, but they also kind of make the older stuff a bit easier to do. Like, it was a lot harder of a slog without the DLC. But then it kind of made things better. Anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about that. But that's the plan for October, and then we'll come back to Stardew, or, you know, we can take a longer break from Stardew, maybe play that on the weekends or something. I don't know. But we will see. Maybe we'll do RPG weekends. I don't know. This is the same exact start. This panel. Look, these are the same. These are. Oh wait, I didn't watch the cutscene this time though. I don't actually know if that's true. I believe this is exactly the same as. And if this was video, I would have an edited thing right on the top of the screen confirming or denying if that was true. However, this is not an edited video, and therefore I have no idea. And I'm not gonna check it either. Anyway, let's hope we get some nettles this time. Can we go for a second attempt nettles run again? Question mark? So generally they're in either in the field or like up here in this area that we just passed. It's kind of like the general layout, or the general spawn for them, I guess you could say. Oh, nettles, come here. Alright, I need to fix my posture. I need to get used to not speaking right into the mic and kind of speaking over it like this. I don't know if this is better or not, or if it's how worse it is, I guess, in comparison. That's something I will need to test. While I can do that live, I can get back into it myself, you know, later. Alright, so let's actually just wander around the field this time. You can also spawn over. That's not right. That looks exactly like this here. Oh, nettles. Nope. Where art thou? Okay, I gotta check this plant. Is this it? No, it isn't. It was just a weed, just like I thought it was. You filthy weed, how dare you? Okay. Nettles. Okay, looks like that's a 0-2 on the nettles here. That's a tree. Man. Okay, alright. Alright, well, we do this again, I guess. Huh. Well, I don't know what the spawn chance is, so... I hope I don't need a full reboot. For a new... Whatever. Alright, you know what, we're gonna check. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a look right here. Right, it's right off the screen. We got a tree right here. We got a stump next to it, stump diagonal rock, stump tree, stump log. Alright, and if this is exactly the same, I'll need to just fully reboot the game. If it's not exactly the same, well, then we're good, and that means we can just keep whatever. I'll delete all of the extra sparks later because I'm gonna have like probably a few. Alright, so streaming farm, creamy farm, smoothies. If it doesn't work this time, we will change our favorite thing to nettles. Or this was 65 and this was 19. I do remember this time. Alright, good. And then we're just gonna have normal brown hair. Pfft. Like, if you can have weird, funky color hair, why wouldn't you take it? That's my opinion. You know, that's touched. Yeah, there we go. And then make his pants a bit darker. Alright, and then we're gonna go remix. Okay. Skip intro. Grandpa's cat. Yes. Alright, so now we have another, 3 or 4 minutes to just chat, I guess. Let's see, what else is there to say? I guess all the planning and stuff, what I intend to do, obviously is all dependent. I am also looking for a job. Or a new source of income, rather, at the moment, so that obviously could throw a wrench into anything. That's the biggest wrench that's kind of like hiding in the background there, just waiting to mess things up. So hopefully that shouldn't be an issue, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. But yeah, this Stardew Valley is so fun. It's definitely one of my favorite games, although to be fair, recently my favorite games have been the ones that I can just mod with stuff, because the communities are so creative and they add such cool things that that the developers don't. And it's not because the developers couldn't, it's just that like in this case, trying to think what the guy's name is. I want to say it's Eric, and I forget his handle. I don't know why. Anyways, like, obviously he could add more stuff if you want to. I think he is, actually. I think the next update, which is 1.6 or 1.16, it's one or the other. There's a 6 in there. It has a lot of modding support, which internalize, or that's what the update's for. So hopefully that means that some of like the framework mods that kind of slow down the game are kind of integrated better into the actual source code. That'd be super cool. Be very excited to see that. However, I don't think that'll mess up my stream, because as long as I don't open Stardew on Steam itself, it won't force update the game. So we won't come across that in this particular playthrough. But yeah, no, adding mods is so cool, because there's so much creativity, there's so many ideas, there's so many people that, you know, all have different ideas, and being able to kind of smoosh them all together into one game is super cool. And I absolutely love it. And yeah, so I've been playing this. I've been modding this. I've been playing modded RimWorld recently. RimWorld is so fun. I've watched it for hours and hours and hours and hours, and modded generally, but not necessarily. And like I never really gotten around to it. Apparently, a few years ago when I bought the game, Steam says I had put 30 hours into the game, but honestly, I don't remember those 30 hours like at all. So I don't know what happened there. I think I streamed it once a long time ago, but not for 30 hours. So I don't know. Maybe I just left my computer on or something. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, no, that's been a blast recently, and I've been playing. Before that, I've been playing modded Terraria, which is also a super fun game. Mod, there's a lot of creative content out there for that as well. Same with RimWorld, by the way. The mods are superb, and so is the base game for that one. And I mean, obviously, same with all of these. The base game is fun too, except you know, maybe Skyrim, but we can get there when we get there. And yeah, I've been playing Terraria, and there's a bunch of cool like mods that add a whole slew of, you know, game modes, new bosses to fight, new everything, and that was fun. I got through about I got about halfway through that, and then I got distracted and, well, never finished it. Also, while I was playing it, because I was playing Calamity. If you know Terraria, I'm sure you're interested in modding at all, and you've probably heard of the Calamity mod. I was playing with Calamity and a bunch of other mods, because if you add one mod, in my opinion, you might as well add a whole bunch of other ones. And so, well, Calamity adds 3 difficulties. It adds, I don't remember what the first one is. And then there's Death, it's Revengeance. I think it's Revengeance, and Death, and Malice. And Malice mode is so hard. While I was playing, the devs were like, yes, we're actually gonna remove Malice mode. I think they've already done it at this point. I don't remember. I can't recall. I haven't. You know, they made that announcement, and while I didn't hear, I was watching someone who was talking about it. I was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. I was playing up Malice mode because I had a bunch of extra mobs, so I might as well. But yeah, so I never finished that. Okay, here we go. What was that lag jump there? All right, let's roll the dice for now. Actually, no. Before we roll the dice for now, we'll take a peek at these trees over here. I'm seeing the exact same pattern here. There's a 0% chance of nettles spawning, is my prediction. As you can see, as the game didn't reboot, it didn't load up a new game or a new map. It's maps been the same every single time. So I don't know how the maps fix when you start the game. Or the seed, that's why I couldn't change the seed, because the seed had already been decided, maybe. Alright, so in that case, I'm going to do exit the title. Load. I'm going to delete these saves. Look at all these sparks. Oh, and then this last. The not scuffed. Ah. Yes, of course, they're not scuffed. No, we're not scuffed. I've still dropped 0 frames. Super happy about that. Anyways, bye. Goodbye, Spark. Now here we got Yep, which is a 3.1.1 farm, which I think is just my modless test. This was my test, and then we have my other tester, Estaria. Great name, I'd say. Alright, goodbye, Spark. Peace Kid, and then we had Theta Tester. I had a bunch of tests. But that one I was actually playing. Alright, so we're gonna exit. And you're just gonna see this screen here, which I'm gonna pretend is my background. Spoiler alert, it isn't. That's okay. Anyways, the game should only take a minute or two to load back up, and then once it does load, well, let me turn on the soundtrack here. Great idea. Perfect. Fantastic idea. I like it. Okay, so. Let's see, where was I in my rambling? What was I rambling about? How about this? We'll just ramble about something else instead. Woo! Oh, see, look, there you go. There's the game art. So this time we'll get a completely new map. I also want to say those last two probably didn't count, right? Because the map wasn't the same, so of course we'll get the same whatever. It's not because I'm naming everything the same. If it's the same now, I'm gonna find that very interesting. My favorite thing is a smoothie, which is only oh, wrong way. 68? No. 65. 19. Hey, we're learning. Click. Alright, then we'll go. Hair color, we want like 50. Bit darker. Saturate. That's good enough. A little bit darker paint. There we go. Remixed. Okay. Grandpa's farm. Oh, I forgot to skip the intro. Nah. Well, that's because this is the run, after all. See, you might think that I downloaded a mod to change this bed picture. However, I did not. It just looks, this doesn't look like a bed at all. This might be the worst. Oh boy, sorry about that. This might be the worst drawn thing in this whole entire game is this bed right here. I actually planned on downloading a mod to change this. For some reason it blew up for like a month. Like people were making the dumbest, changes to this right here. But I never got around to it, I guess. So it is what it is. There's one where like Evelyn and George are playing ping pong on the table. Like he's just lying on a ping pong table, which honestly this looks more like a ping pong table than like anything else really. Oh, so I find that pretty entertaining. Oh man, alright, my posture is kind of whack right now. Maybe so I can do one of two things. I can lower my chair, but then my arms are less comfortable. Or I can just talk like this, and then I think I assume I'm a lot quieter. Yeah, I'm a little bit quieter. I don't know if I want to do this, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I mean, ideally I want to do something like this. Obviously you can't see what I'm doing, right? But like, what I'm saying here means absolutely nothing to you whatsoever. Which is okay, But, oh boy. But yeah, I'm yawning not because I'm tired per se, but just because of my posture and I find that this was quite a few years ago now, about 3 or 4 years, that because I had been slouching for so long, or like, you know, I always had my feet up, I was kind of like a weird bent position. It was actually making me tired. Like, it was definitely cutting off some sort of circulation to, you know, my head, making me feel lightheaded and sleepy. And ever since I started sitting up straight, or trying to sit up straight more, I felt a lot better most of the time. So why am I telling you this? I don't know, but it is what it is. Anyways, I do want to sit up straight, and I shouldn't yawn. I guess that's what. But yeah. See, what else is there about Stardew? Wow. You know, I never finished telling you how I wanted to play the game. I got like halfway through, and either the game loaded or like I just totally jumped to another topic. Which obviously, you know, it's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But let's see. So, I don't want to gift too many people. I don't want to run around gifting people tons of stuff, like a bunch of people stuff. You know, I want to kind of be relaxed, a bit more natural, as you can see. Like, I'm not trying to optimize the game, right? I don't want an optimized playthrough. I just want a chill playthrough. Like, I'm enjoying all the mods. You know, I'm a farmer. You know, I do my farming duty, and you know, I just kind of, you know, the rest just kind of happens. You know, it just kind of comes along with it. And ideally, I want to kind of fit into that flow a little bit more. Oops, sorry about that. And so the plan is to cap the amount of people I can actually actively give gifts to. I'm thinking capping it around, well, I was doing 5, but I feel like 5 is just not enough at the start of the game. Like, if you just give someone a gift, like, then you're out, you know. Also, birthdays don't count. Obviously, I can give gifts to people on their birthdays. That's totally fine. Doesn't count towards gifting people. And I'll reiterate these. I'll reiterate this tomorrow. But I don't want to. What's the word? Yeah, I don't want my whole thing to be consumed by gifts, but 5 is not enough. I'm thinking either 6 or 7. I'm going to cap that at a time, so there's no more, you know, once they're maxed out, then I can switch to the next person. Obviously, you know, if I just am walking around, you know, talk to people and their hearts go up, that's perfectly fine, right? But, and birthdays are fine, but I'm only actively giving gifts to a few people at a time, and the first one, I mean, and the first few are kind of all taken up, to be honest with you. They're all slotted. Like, I already know. Now you might be saying, oh, well, that's, you know, you're optimizing it there, and you're right. But there's kind of mechanics go along with them that I want access to. Like the wizard. The wizard's taking up one of them slots because I want to learn how to use magic. And it does take until, I think I learned magic once the last week of spring, and then once like the first or second week of summer, and then it takes off. But yeah, so yeah, so obviously I have to, before I can gift, you know, if my slots are full, once say the wizard maxes out, then I can pick someone else, click on them. Now obviously the options aren't necessarily the best because you don't have enough resources to give them stuff that they actually like, but you know what, that's okay. It's not a big deal, not at all. But yeah, so this is gonna be my relaxed playthrough. I think at some point I want to do some sort of like challenge run. I don't know what kind of challenge run I want to do, but I do want to do something. Like, there's this one guy I've been watching who does some interesting sort of stuff. I think he's been doing a hat collectathon, and he hasn't uploaded the video yet, but he said he finished it, or he finished recording anyway. So I do wonder um how that went. It should be because some of the hats are pretty wild to get apparently. And I haven't looked too much into that, but I think yeah, some of them are pretty nuts. I have an upcoming alarm at midnight. Why? I don't know. But I have turned it off, so it will not bother us. Should we get that far? I'm expecting nettles on this map here, so I don't expect the stream to run too much longer. But hey, you never know. You never know, and then I have to reboot again and all that fancy stuff. But anywho, yeah. So I'm planning on capping my relationships, and in regards to, I guess in regards to marriage, you can do that in this game too. I'm just gonna go with the flow, I think. There are some characters I'm interested in that I think are more late game, because I've just never interacted with them that much. But we'll play it as we see fit. I think that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at here. And I'm excited. This is fun. This is gonna be fun. And I hope anyone who watches this enjoys it as well. That's yeah. That's the plan. But alright, what else do we have to talk about today? I've never actually streamed on YouTube before. I used to stream on Twitch a few years ago, and I was playing mobile games, Fire Emblem Heroes, and mostly Dragalia Lost, may it rest in peace. But like I just got sick of, like, there wasn't enough content to stream all the time. You have to stream all the time, and like it's such a niche market that, like, honestly, if I kept streaming until Genshin came out and then I hopped on the Genshin banner, like maybe I could have built up an audience and kind of exploded, like, someone like Tecton or whatever. But I don't know. But I'm not too worried. We are where we are, and that's perfectly fine. Alright, it's the nettle hunt. Alright, this is exactly the same still. But let's take a look down here. The flag on the first thing. Alright, 1, 2. 1, 2. This is only 2 though. Okay. This is the same. This is the same. This is missing one. So this is slightly different. It's a good sign. Although, that'd be weird, like the seed is just whatever we type in. Like, because I've put in the same farm name and the same favorite and the same cat and the same everything, that we don't get a new whatever. Like, that's how the seed is fixed. Really an interesting learning experience. No nettles. Alright, so we're gonna change some things up next time. Farm name's gonna change. Streamy Farm was obviously a horrible name for a farm. I think there are no nettles in sight. But you know what? Hold on. I do have cheats enabled. I have no intention of actually using them, except for right now, because like this is kind of nuts. I won't go through. I won't spoil it too much. A farm, but I do have all, well, most of the main ones, I guess you could say, just for debug purposes. To be honest, like if if there's a cutscene that I just get stuck in and I'm just like I'm trapped, obviously no clip is important. Alright, so there was nothing there, but it was virtually the same. So let's change a few things. What? How is it telling me to click the whatevers? I forgot to do that this time. I did. Alright, my name's Louis Spark. The farm is gonna be kinda scuffed. I'll call it the Scuffle Farm. This is really stupid. And my favorite thing is gonna be nettles, because I just want nettles. We're gonna pick the gray cat too, just in case that somehow factors into the randomness. I'm gonna keep the same hair color. No, too dark. Alright. Oop. Oop. Change the shirt. Skip the intro. Darken the pants. The Scuffle Farm. Ooh, that's a horrible idea. I'm gonna call it the Sparktacular. There we go. That's pretty dumb too, but it's better. It's definitely better than Scuffle, which has no meaning. At least Sparktacular is, spark, Okay. Game, show me nettles. Please. Nettles, please. Alright, well, that's alright. We'll reroll a few more times. I can't, man. See, this was what I was expecting to happen last time I did this. Because I have 2 extra scuffed screams that I did get rid of. Because I dropped 60% of the frames in them, and it's so awful to watch. You can't watch it. Like, you see my character in one spot, and then you hear him moving, and then you see him, teleport to the next spot. Just like, nah. Yeah, no thanks. But, yeah, so, and I found the nettles on my second try that time, and I was like, oh man, nice. But here we are. Actually, you know what? If I was thinking, you know what I would have done? I wouldn't have deleted that last farm, the not scuff farm. And I would have just played the intro, and then I would have just jumped into that farm. Nah, where's the fun in that? There's no fun in that. So, well, obviously it's too late for that. I already deleted it. So, we won't worry about that too much. But yeah, let us see. What else is there to talk about? I guess I can go back onto my mod tirade. I guess not really a tirade, as that's generally perceived in a negative connotation. Rant, I guess. Off topic. Ramble. I guess it's more of a ramble. We got to what? Terraria? Yeah, so sorry, I think someone was just walked in here. Alright, anywho. I think, yeah, so Terraria was fun, and before that, I was actually modding Fallout, which, to be honest, like, I love Skyrim, right? It's probably, my top 3 favorite games. It might be number 1, maybe. I probably played that the most, unless you count like Pokemon as a whole, in which case I played Pokemon the most, but I think Skyrim, you know, singular, I think I played that game the most. But I played the Fallout games, honestly, I just can't get into them for some reason. Like I modded out Fallout 4, I was enjoying it for like a week or two, and just like I just didn't feel like playing it anymore. Like I just got bored. I got tired of it. And I had plenty of mods installed. I've played it vanilla before too. I never finished the vanilla version either, you know. It's funny, like playing in Skyrim, you know, one of the fun things to do is add guns to the game, right? Which is obviously not the easiest to do. There are some around though. And then you play basically, you know, Skyrim, but with guns. It's not fun at all. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, so I had modded Fallout 4 with mods, and I actually had modded the Fallout New Vegas engine to have Fallout 3. So I actually played Fallout 3 in Fallout New Vegas. And I was playing that for a bit too. You know, that was fun for a bit, but then once again I also got bored playing that. I got sick fighting the same super mutants over and over again, I guess, and I wasn't really too inclined to do the quest line, like the main quest, because it was just like, it was weird. Maybe because it didn't feel like a quest. Like your dad leaves, you have to go find him, you go to the city, and you know, you can either, you know, talk to the guy and do a mission for him, he'll tell you where it is, or you can just like, you know, wander around. I think someone else could tell you to, or you know, if you happen to know where he was going, you just wander over there and you know, skip 2-3 quests involved in the actual thing. And that's kind of what I did accidentally at one point. And I guess the other thing is, when I play those games, like I've watched a lot of people, obviously I've played a lot on myself, well, but I've gotten over fast traveling, which is a weird thing to say. Obviously that game's about fast traveling, or there is fast traveling, it is a mechanic, you know, that the game you know, has, but I just stopped doing it because, you know, a long time ago, because it is more fun to just kind of run across the land, and sure, it might take a little bit more time to do things, but it's more of a story, and that's kind of what I like. I think at one point I kind of want to make like a let's play, not a let's play, like a story type Skyrim playthrough where it's me role playing as a character or whatever. Alright, nettles, check. Okay, this is still the same. Let's check the trees. Double rock here is victory. There it is, look at this, it's the nettle tree. You touch it, you get hurt. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, well that was, what, that was 5 attempts? 5 or 6 tries, I'm pretty sure. But we found it. Oops, wrong button. Here it is. Just don't hit it with the axe, it will break it. But we have found a nettle tree. Very nice. Alright. You don't know. Now we'll explore the rest later. So, I'm actually going to be wrapping up here. We will not be continuing today. We're going to be starting off, you know, playing actually tomorrow. After I double check, you know, make sure how the bitrate was, how I sounded, like if this is a better sound or not, you know, just a few tweaks. I don't want to get too into a series and find out that it sounds awful, it's unwatchable, you know. But we dropped 0 frames this whole stream, and oh, I'm so happy about that. Like, so very happy. I can't even explain how excited I am about that. That's a first for me. You know, in the 5 years that you know, since I started streaming, you know, a long time ago, always drop frames, but we dropped 0. Super cool. Anyways, that is going to be all for today. I'm going to stand right next to the nettle tree. Actually, we're touching it. Very nice. That's going to be all for today. I hope you enjoyed I will be back to play this tomorrow, probably around this time period, maybe 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 Eastern. I'm not sure yet. Probably on a little bit earlier side, probably 10 or 11. I don't really know. That's also a work in progress. But yeah, that'll be all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Then I have to click yes. And yes.